İlişki, iş, olay.
Affair. He told her about the family affair last night.
Geçen gece ona aileyle ilgili olayı anlattı.
They discussed the business affair with the manager today.
Bugün müdürle iş konusunu görüştüler.
She wanted to forget the secret affair from last year.
Geçen yılki gizli ilişkiyi unutmak istiyordu.
I'm thinking through this affair, you may learn to view the world in a different way.
Have any of you ever had an affair?
Nevertheless, I must tell you, in this affair we are both her creatures.
I mean, if it's an affair, that's one thing.
And you're shamelessly distracted by this hodgepodge fingerprinting affair.
It's what you might call a studio, well, you know, a semi-studio affair.
Even something as monumental as the Scott Farkas affair.
By the President of the United States for his role in this affair.
And you're going to give that up in the hopes that your husband will stop having an affair?
Du Savoy affair, il y a, n'est-ce pas?
Odaklanma, yoğunluk.
Concentration. Her concentration on homework helped her finish the tasks.
Ödevlerine odaklanması sayesinde görevleri bitirdi.
The student's concentration in class improved after the break.
Teneffüsten sonra öğrencinin dersteki odaklanması arttı.
I need concentration to read this long and difficult article.
Bu uzun ve zorlu makaleyi okumak için odaklanmaya ihtiyacım var.
What will follow is a series of simple tests for motor skills, concentration, stamina.
To successfully navigate this laser field, you must maintain concentration at all times.
I wouldn't use more than an 8% concentration level, which is enough to make you look like Michael Jackson.
According to the concentration of the active ingredient, 5 being the most potent.
You know, I think over the years, with all my concentration on my business, on success.
Luminal test says that there's a high concentration of bleach and cleaner solution used to scrub the floor.
Suppose we were, by using an anesthetic like ether, say, able to make them lose their power of concentration.
Well, nootropics can improve memory access, increase concentration, even speed up your decision making.
I don't want to do anything that might disrupt your concentration or anything, but since our little encounter last night, I've been thinking.
You know, Spencer, if you put half the concentration into reading Dostoevsky that you put into basketball, you'd understand what he was saying.
Elmas, karo, beyzbol sahası.
Diamond. She found a small diamond in the old wooden box.
Eski tahta kutuda küçük bir elmas buldu.
The children played on the diamond until the sun set.
Çocuklar güneş batana kadar beyzbol sahasında oynadılar.
He placed a red card with a diamond on the table.
Üzerinde karo olan kırmızı bir kartı masaya koydu.
How about we steal the largest diamond in the world?
Well, we would take the bottles and we would hang them from tree branches and we would write on them with diamond dust.
Unexpected had blossomed, culminating in a diamond ring slid onto Pam's slim finger.
Which means if your grandmother is who she says she is, she was wearing the diamond the day the Titanic sank.
If he gets the diamond, he'll have all the money and connections to bribe every single judge and cop he needs to get a monopoly.
The vet found half an undigested shoe, a squeaky toy, and an 84-carat diamond lodged in its stomach.
Why don't you go into business with some nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
I was doing a little photographic essay on kneecaps, and I heard him planning to steal the baseball diamond.
Now, Vandekat denies trading in blood diamonds, but admits it's nearly impossible to tell where a diamond comes from, unless...
Yesterday afternoon, not only did I discover the false diamond that Sir Horace Blatt had returned to her...
Verimli, etkili,
efficient. Our new printer is efficient and saves us lots of time.
Yeni yazıcımız verimli ve bize çok zaman kazandırıyor.
She learned an efficient method to study every day.
Her gün ders çalışmak için verimli bir yöntem öğrendi.
The team found an efficient plan for the small project.
Ekip küçük proje için verimli bir plan buldu. Well, you found a more efficient method for finding true zero than Isaac Newton, and that, my friend, is not so much of a problem as it is a major ass-kicking.
But at Security Concepts, we believe an efficient police force is only part of the solution.
I'm the colorless, efficient postal worker that you fall in love with because...
Tonight, we made a highly efficient team, you and I. You have learned well.
So the idea is if we can black out all the windows, it's
efficient, and it's safe.
Now, do you have any idea how embarrassing it is to show up late to a lecture on the efficient use of time?
Uncle Bertie's given himself ulcers trying to make them more efficient and telling the men it means a bigger wage packet.
This whole investigation has been about as efficient as a submarine with screen doors.
Listen, Eddie, this system is designed for the efficient dispatching of trains when they're manned, not to stop them when they're unmanned.
I want the world to know that our executions are the most efficient and the most humane.
İyilik, lehine.
Favor. Can you do me a favor and close the window?
Bana bir iyilik yapıp pencereyi kapatır mısın?
I will always remember the favor you did for me.
Bana yaptığın iyiliği her zaman hatırlayacağım.
Please speak in my favor at the important meeting tomorrow.
Lütfen yarınki önemli toplantıda lehime konuşur musun?
Hold! Rosaline, this favor thou shalt wear, and then the king will court thee for his dear.
If one of the two cases involves what in the least way affects our welfare, we must, with perfect unremorse, settle the thing in our favor.
I don't know, I can't remember, but I remember telling you that I had done you and Tony a favour.
I'd do us a favour, all they ever hit is hospitals and churches. They wouldn't hit Brixton prison in 100 years.
That cuts him off.
Would I could meet him, ma'am. I would show what lady I do favour.
She's in a good mood because I had done her a favour by hiring one of her friends.
Do yourselves a favour and go out there and show the world what the altar boys are all about, yeah?
The bishop a favour once made his nephew look like a cherub, even though he'd been a fortnight in the weir.
The richest fence in London he was before they caught him, and still rich enough to buy a little favour now and then.
You've already made me about 20% more working class than I actually was in an attempt to curry favour with a mainstream audience.
Story time. Lena worked in a small but efficient office in the city center. One Monday morning, her boss asked her to help with a very private affair. He explained that a rich client wanted to sell a rare diamond quickly and quietly. The client did not want any media, police, or public attention around the affair. Lena's job was to organize a private meeting and keep everything under control. She knew this task needed calm nerves and strong concentration. She checked the room, the cameras, and the documents in a very efficient way. When the client arrived, he showed her a small black box with the shining diamond inside. He asked her for a favor and said, "Please stay with us during the deal, I trust you." Lena agreed, but she kept silent and watched everything with full concentration. The buyer checked the diamond carefully and then signed the papers without any problem. The whole affair ended in less than an hour, smooth and quiet, just as the client wanted. Her boss smiled and said, "Because of your efficient work, we now have a very happy client." On her way home, Lena felt proud that a secret diamond affair was safe in her memory only.
Davet, davetiye, çağrı.
Invitation. She sent me a polite invitation to her birthday party.
Bana doğum günü partisi için nazik bir davet yolladı.
I accepted the invitation and thanked them for inviting me.
Davetlerini kabul ettim ve beni davet ettikleri için onlara teşekkür ettim.
They wrote a small invitation and put it on my table.
Küçük bir davetiye yazıp masama koydular.
Well, I thank you very much for the invitation, but I'm very busy today.
He had received an invitation from the Lefferts for a weekend on the Hudson.
I will say that I don't think I'll be getting my annual invitation to the Finister Labor Day barbecue.
But I had an invitation to a hippie commune from my old friend Patty Armstrong.
My dear Billy, I fear I must decline your invitation as this weekend heralds the arrival of Marlena.
How could it be that two upstanding gentlemen such as yourselves did not merit an invitation?
Wish to extend an invitation to debate Harvard Crimson here in Cambridge.
Miss Dashwood, Miss Marianne, I come to issue an invitation.
Applications should be made online, which may be followed by an invitation to present a business plan.
I'm just trying to figure out why you brought this gentleman to my play. And my dinner, which was invitation only.
Cep telefonu, taşınabilir.
Mobile. I bought a new mobile to call my family abroad.
Yurt dışındaki ailemi aramak için yeni bir cep telefonu aldım.
My friend uses a mobile to take photos every day.
Arkadaşım her gün fotoğraf çekmek için mobil ını kullanıyor.
The teacher asked us to keep our mobile turned off.
Öğretmen cep telefonlarımızı kapalı tutmamızı istedi.
I know you were interested in doing this job, but I was praying that we wouldn't have to go to Mobile.
All right. Just ask them why a model citizen on the dole would want to buy 3 mobile phones.
Well, we have a plan to piggyback on the unused bandwidth of the UHF spectrum to create an all-in-one mobile device.
I have today ordered to Vietnam the Air Mobile Division and certain other forces which will raise our fighting strength.
And for an upwardly mobile yuppie, single and loaded with their chromosomes, it's a picnic out there.
Our innovative, mindfulness-focused mobile application meticulously crafted to alleviate tension.
Mostly the people passing through, like from, Mobile, Montgomery, place like that.
Then they got in your cab, and now we're all in Harlan's mobile home, loaded with his intel on where their ship is.
They patched to my server after they accessed your mobile command center in New Orleans with codes they got from your phone.
Politika, poliçe,
policy. Our company has a new policy about remote work hours.
Şirketimizin uzaktan çalışma saatleriyle ilgili yeni bir politikası var.
The school updated its safety policy after the storm.
Okul fırtınadan sonra güvenlik politikasını güncelledi.
Please read the privacy policy before you use the app.
Uygulamayı kullanmadan önce lütfen gizlilik politikasını okuyun.
Well, as you know, the cryobank has a confidentiality policy which prohibits us from releasing your identity without your consent.
This firm is particularly strong in municipal finance law and public policy, which is the area...
There are 18 patients on this ward, Mr. McMurphy, and you have to have a majority to change ward policy.
What term is applied to a restraint on the expansion of an economy as a result of governmental taxation policy?
Sakin, yerleşik.
Resident. The new resident likes to walk in the park.
Buranın yeni sakini parkta yürümeyi seviyor.
My neighbor is a quiet resident on our floor.
Katımızda yerleşik sessiz bir komşum var.
She became a resident of the city last year.
Geçen yıl şehrin sakini oldu.
I have an important announcement to make to all resident owners of olive trees.
So we start looking for a man, local resident, or worse yet, some outsider who may not even still be in the area.
We have just had a report from a Pontypool resident that confirms, indeed, a mob was spotted.
Don't tell me you're a resident of Southern California that does not see how this entire state was built off the backs of illegal immigrants.
Exhibit A. Oakland resident Justin Pinsky posted on a message board. Romania has a storied history of executing their leaders.
One very determined resident made it her mission to bring this time-honored event back to Woodside.
And I said I thought Chandler was doing an excellent job as chief resident, but I said it like there was a little room left for improvement.
And in unrelated news, the body of deceased local resident Joan Snurd was dug up in an apparent grave robbing last night.
But here's what I don't understand is, why would a thief come in when the resident is home?
And this year, we are so proud to have this resident back home. Harrington Davis!
Zengin, varlıklı.
Wealthy. My uncle became wealthy after he opened a small business.
Amcam küçük bir işletme açtıktan sonra zengin oldu.
They donated money to charity because their family was wealthy.
Aileleri zengin olduğu için hayır kurumuna para bağışladılar.
Many people think that being wealthy brings comfort and security.
Birçok insan zengin olmanın rahatlık ve güvenlik sağladığını düşünüyor.
The indecently wealthy Bruno Manzini of Bologna, the most powerful industrialist in Italy.
When I first quit consulting, I met some older men. Wealthy men who'd take me out on dates.
On September the 21st, at another wealthy, isolated farm in Picardy, there were similar murders.
As the world gets hotter and more populated and less educated, we will be able to afford whatever unfair technologies continue to divide the wealthy from the poor.
And don't tell me that it's harder to fall in love with a wealthy guy than it is with a poor guy, because that's silly.
Well, the landlord says he got a letter today from some wealthy people overseas who wants a place to summer in.
Who was eternally grateful and very wealthy, and that artist's name was Michelangelo.
This was a private family compound owned by a wealthy Libyan who got out of town after the revolution, leased it to the CIA.
I heard 2 years ago Nikki Jagger's sister Debbie met this really wealthy French guy and they spent a month sailing the Mediterranean on his yacht.
He's the CEO of a selective investment firm, a firm that only handles the accounts of extremely wealthy families like mine.
Story time.
Maya was a new resident in a tall apartment building in the city. Most of the other residents were busy professionals, and some of them seemed quite wealthy. One evening, she found an elegant invitation in her mailbox for a rooftop party. The invitation was from Mr. Lewis, a wealthy man who owned several apartments in the building. Maya felt nervous, so she sent a message to her friend on her mobile to ask what she should wear. Her friend replied quickly on mobile chat and told her to dress nicely but comfortably. When Maya arrived on the roof, she saw a sign that explained the building's noise policy. The policy said that music had to stop at midnight so residents could sleep. Soft lights, quiet music, and a beautiful view made the party feel relaxed and friendly. Maya talked with other residents about their jobs, hobbies, and favorite places in the neighborhood. Mr. Lewis explained that he planned the party so new residents would not feel lonely. He said his wealth was not only money, but also good neighbors and a happy building. Before going home, Maya thanked him for the invitation and saved his number in her mobile. On her way back to her apartment, she felt that the big building finally felt like home.
İzlediğin için teşekkür ederim. Bugün öğrendiğin kelimelerden biriyle kısa bir İngilizce cümle yaz. Yazdığın cümleyi yorumlarda okuyup gerekirse düzelteceğim. Her gün 20.00'da yeni ders geliyor. Görüşmek üzere. Bye bye. See you.
If you like this one, hit like and subscribe. See you in the next video.